Matt, the gap is back to 0.7 of a second from Kyle to Jimmy.
Absolutely, Mike, and I'll tell you what, his spotter, Earl Barban, keeps calling him on lap after lap. He is closing in on that 18 car.
And you would not, Jimmy Johnson's won 4 of the last 7 races here. So, and he was the favorite going into today's race. Even in the animated game, he was the favorite to win.
And look who's coming. 5th place Harvick, 6th place Newman, 7th place Kenseth. They're all closing in. Be a whole different animal next Sunday from Martinsville, Virginia on the half mile.
While we're on the subject of Richard Childress Racing, as we'll be coming down to 16 laps to go, Paul Menard has been carrying the banner in that 27 car, but Jeff Burton, after that penalty early in the race in the 31, he's now cracked the top 10 up in 9th.
Yeah, there's no question Burton had a fast car, and that penalty really set him back, but fortunately it was early enough in the race he's been able to get back to where he was.
Let's go back to Matt.
Mike, 10 years ago, the Wood brothers were sponsored by the Air Force. They carried on that military tradition of printing up special coins. Glenn Wood gave one years ago to John Force, 15-time NHRA champion. He's always carried it with him. Robert Height won Pomona last month in the NHRA with the coin in the car. And when Glenn Wood saw what Jeff Gordon did with Trevor Bayne, he gave Gordon one. Then he won at Phoenix. And guess what? The guy who was reeling in the 18, he got a special one for a special note and gift basket for the Wood brothers 500 win.
Caution.
Caution for Bobby Labonte, who has pounded the turn 2 wall in his Toyota.
Yeah, that's a
15 to go, and we're under yellow.
Hard lick here.
Watch the blue car coming in from the right,
and it never
sliding
turns.
Up.
It just looks like that's got to be right front tire, because it never turned. When you see one head up the track like that, that's usually a right front tire.
Labonte was 2 laps down at the time.
Oh boy. Well, Larry, what do you think, bud?
Some serious decisions.
I'm telling you right now,
now.
I'll be sweating down there, man.
Well, here's the question. Do you want tires, or do you want track position with about 10 laps to go on the restart?
Well, we know that fresh tires, it's worth a lot. And you're going to have to get up on the wheel and go here with this few laps to go. I think we're going to see a lot of guys hit pit road, but I think we'll see the same thing again. I think we'll see a mixed bag of strategy, possibly 2 tires. I think some will go with the 4 tires. They have over 15 laps on these tires. Quite honestly here, that's a lot.
Here's the only thing I'm hoping. If I'm leading this race, when I look in my mirror, I'm not on the track by myself. That's the only thing I'm hoping.
There are 24 lead lap cars. Certainly from about 10th on back, everybody will come in. Those first 8 or 9 drivers, track position could be key, but like Larry says, new tires are quicker.
And the only other thing I'm hoping is if I hit pit road, I'm not on pit road by myself.
True.
You got to have, if you stay out, you need people to stay out with you. If you come in, you need people to come in with you. If not, could be over.
Kurt Busch will get the free pass. His Penske Dodge will be the 25th place car on the lead lap when we go back to green. And I believe pit road could be open this time by. No, they're going to keep it closed.
Labonte's car is
cleanup.
Well, Labonte's car is sitting down there at the end of pit road. He can't. They haven't got it off the track yet.
If you just take our top 3, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, and Tony Stewart, they pitted on lap 169. We had the caution that came 1 lap after that. So basically they went back racing at lap 174. These tires have about 12 laps on them right now, taking those caution laps out of the equation.
I just don't see how. Whoa, look on the grill. We got a little issue here with the paper on the grill of the 18 car.
I was down the concession stand yesterday, Darrell, and they have a sign there that's a track policy. They do not issue napkins with any food purchases here at the Speedway, and we've seen today the reason why. We see a lot of wrappers that find their way onto the grills of these cars just because it's so windy.
Yeah, and you know what that looked like on the grill of the 18 car was a piece of tear off of one of the windshields. It looked like a piece of plastic.
Bobby Labonte spun his car to a stop because it caught fire under hood from the damage after hitting the wall down in turns 1 and 2. And now they'll have to take it with the wrecker. He is right near the commitment cone at the entrance to pit road. So pit road cannot be opened until that car is removed.
And what this does, this could change the decision, because obviously as pit road continues to be closed, the laps keep clicking off, which will be fewer laps at the end of this race. This could change some of the decisions of these teams.
It could change it. It could change it for the better, but then on the other hand, the longer you think about it, it could change it for the worse too. So just don't know yet.
Kyle Busch pulled up behind that Chevy Camaro safety car and pulled this nifty move.
There you go. And away it went.
Clear his grill of that debris.
That little bit of air off of the car in front of him, the pace car there, sucked it right off of there.
Nice.
That may be the cool move of the day.
You just get the feeling nothing is going to derail his train today or
Well,
this weekend.
So forward heading.
A lot of thinking going on, Larry.
Well, Mike, and you said it, somewhere in that field of the cars, we've got 24 cars on the lead lap. Somewhere back there, you're going to start a breakout of people coming to pit road. And whoever that car that's in front of that car that hits pit road, he's the one that goes, uh-oh.
Exactly, Larry. That's what you really worry about right here as a crew chief and a driver.
12 laps to go this time by. Next Sunday, NASCAR on Fox moves to Martinsville, Virginia. Denny Hamlin, defending champion of that race, trying to take his 4th checkered flag. 4th straight at that track. Coverage begins next Sunday with our pre-race show delivered by Pizza Hut, 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific, in high definition right here on Fox. Let's have a look at the Sprint Cup standings compared to how they were at the start of the race. Carl Edwards right now running in 8th place would take over the lead from Kurt Busch. Kyle would climb to 2nd, Tony to 3rd, Ryan would hold 4th, and Jimmy Johnson would move into the top 5, a gain of 2 spots. Been a tough day for Kurt Busch. Came in as the point leader, and he may lose 5 positions in the standings as he currently runs last car in the lead lap, 25th, getting the free pass on this caution flag.
Well, that 47 car is still on fire up under there.
That was a hard lick.
Saw Labonte climb out okay. And they'll do a little bit of sweep up here at the entrance to pit road. And when the pace car comes around turn 4, the pits are open.
This is one of them oh boy moments right here.
What will you do?
I'm pretty sure the 18 will stay out. The question is, how many will stay out with him?
Sweeper truck runs for cover. Last chance to commit. No, Kyle stays out. Jimmy, everybody back through about 7th place stays out. Matt Kenseth leads everyone else onto pit road. Everyone else who is on the lead lap, that is.
It's a really, really good. I mean, this is just textbook. This is what happens anytime you have a situation like this. First 5 or 6, 8 cars stay out. Everybody else pits.
Steve.
And Mike, Dave Rogers, a crew chief, did not make his decision until the final second. And before they opened pit road, he said, Kyle, my gut tells me we need to stay out. We need track position. Kyle's behind him all the way. He didn't say a word.
Martin Truex in and out. So the car you talked about who would be the sitting duck, the last car not to pit, is the car of Carl Edwards.
Carl Edwards in that 99 car. The top 7 stayed out.
All right, let's check with Chris Myers.
Well, Mike, you know the leader of the most laps doesn't mean you're going to win the race unless you can close it out. We'll see if Kyle Busch can do that. He's led the most from the start of this race, passing his teammate Denny Hamlin. Hamlin has led the 2nd most laps in this race. Tony Stewart stayed out early.
Yeah, I had a round of green flag followed by caution. He stayed out and led the lap, showed his muscle. And here Denny Hamlin right here thought he had an electrical problem. Come to find out it was terminal. He's out of the race.
Very few cautions in this race, but Kyle Busch maintained his lead coming off pit road. And Jeff, how about the strategy, the decision of the cars staying out of this recent go-round?
I really think a lot of these people, including Dave Rogers and Kyle Busch, saw how well Tony Stewart's car went earlier in this race and decided, hey, I think we can make this work as well. Remember, he won the race yesterday, just taking 2 tires on the Saturday race.
A lot of excitement left here. Next Sunday in Martinsville on Saturday, baseball returns to Fox, and among the games available for you, Tigers and Yankees, defending World Series champion Giants. Talk about a rivalry with the Dodgers and the Padres. take on the Cardinals. Fox Saturday Baseball presented by Budweiser returns at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific in high definition. Join us next Saturday and every Saturday. Check local listings for the game and the start time in your area. And Kyle Busch, along with or despite his teammates asked his favorite driver